Hello folks, this is Bob C-Gar coming to you from my studio in Springfield, Oregon, which is, yes, a lawn chair in front of my garage. Well, there's all kinds of news going on. Still have Trump trying to be able to bring the National Guard in and to Chicago and Portland. That's still being fought in the courts. And then we have the Gaza, the Israeli-Palestinian conflict, Hamas supposedly coming to an end. They've reached an agreement. We'll see how that all goes. Supposedly the what's left of the hostages and the remains of the ones that are dead supposed to be returned, I think, by Tuesday. So we'll see how that goes. But it sounds to me like it could stick. But we know they've been fighting for thousands of years, so why don't get too carried away with believing it's all going to come together. But we hope it does. And along those lines, you have the Nobel Peace Prize. And, you know, I know Trump wants that, and he thinks he deserves it. And I'd have to say that, you know, he probably deserves it. I don't think he'll ever get it. I think they hate him, and they're just not going to do it. But we'll see. I did find out that sometime in January was when you had to have your nominations in for it. So based on that, he was just president. You know, he'd been elected president. I don't even know if he'd been a president for any time at all, but maybe a couple of weeks. And so I can see why they would think that he hadn't earned it or whatever, because he didn't, just getting started. But certainly from what he's done in the last 7-8 months is incredible. It's incredible. There's no disputing that. But it did go to that Machada, a Venezuelan lady, and she actually, when she got it, she dedicated it to Trump. So, I mean, that goes to show that the world does appreciate what Trump's doing, even if the liberals don't, you know. Also, man, something I saw that just absolutely blows my mind. I was watching Greg Gutfeld last night, and they had a X-ray of some meth guy who had put a thermos up his rectum. I'm not talking about, a little cup. I'm talking about a freaking thermos. Who would have ever thought that Richard Gere is now the number 2 butt joke guy? It's unbelievable. It's absolutely unbelievable. But also, I did tell you that I was going fishing last Tuesday, and I would let you know if I caught a salmon. I did catch a salmon. It's about 15 pounds, big, beautiful salmon. I tried to post a picture of it on my YouTube channel, but it wouldn't let me do it. It just lets me do videos. So I don't know. I guess I don't know if that's how it is all the time, but I tried a couple different ways and couldn't do it. So anyway, I do have a picture of it. So reach out to me if you want me to send you a picture, and maybe I can do it through a text or something. But anyway, had a great time, a wonderful time, and hoping to get in maybe one more before it's over, but I don't know, because I think it might actually end this weekend. That might not even be possible to do, but I hope everybody is looking forward to a football weekend. Game day is going to be here in Eugene, and I think the game's at 12:30 tomorrow. And they say it never rains in Autzen. We'll see. You know, they do manage to get their games in between rainstorms and stuff. I mean, it does rain, but they do dodge a lot of them. They definitely dodge a lot of them. So that'll be interesting to see how that goes. Playing Indiana, I think Indiana is ranked, I think 12th or something, 11th or 12th, and I think the Ducks are ranked 2 or 3. So it should be interesting. It should be a good game. I think the Ducks will do well. And then the Packers play Cincinnati, and the Packers have lost a couple of games, well, tied one and lost one that they should have definitely won, and, you know, should have been, you know, easily. They should have been 4-0 going into their bye week, and instead they were 2-1-1. So, but this week, you know, the Bengals are without Joe Burrow, and that really is pretty much their team. I think it'll be hard for them to. I don't know who their backup is. I thought I saw it was Joe Flacco. If it's Joe Flacco, they'll still be really good. So, but their defense is great. Their defense is good. So the Packers are going to have their work cut out for them. Hopefully they took this bye week and they took things serious and they cleaned up their special teams. And I'd like to see a little bit of a fire lit under Jordan Love's butt, because he seems to me like he's a little too casual in times when he shouldn't be. Being laid back and that California, I think he was a Utah guy, but he just has that kind of vibe of just, you know, nothing rattles him, laid back kind of guy. Well, that's all good, but when it is time to pick up and the pace and go after it, you need to be able to do that. And I'd like to see more of that in him. And other than that, I guess that's it. Take it easy and enjoy the weekend. Bye.